On the streets of Ukraine, the war is no longer just at the front lines. It is unfolding in neighborhoods, at traffic lights, and in broad daylight. Fresh videos circulating online appear to show chaotic and sometimes violent confrontations between civilians and military conscription officers, as Kyiv intensifies its compulsory mobilization drive to offset battlefield losses. In Dnipro, formerly Dnipropetrovsk, a dramatic scene unfolded when draft officers attempted to detain a young man on the street. A passerby tried to intervene. He was sprayed with tear gas, stumbling into the path of an oncoming truck, narrowly avoiding serious injury. Moments later, the truck driver leapt out, chasing the officers away and allowing the detained man to escape. The footage quickly went viral, fueling public anger. A day later, in Odessa, another confrontation erupted. Civilians reportedly used tear gas to free a detained man from what critics describe as forced conscription raids. Local authorities say several conscription officers suffered injuries, including chemical burns, and that a service vehicle was damaged. Officials have warned of severe legal consequences for those involved. Ukraine's government insists many such incidents are exaggerated or manipulated. A member of Parliament's National Security Committee claimed up to 95% of reported clashes are quasi-stories, allegedly amplified by Russian artificial intelligence to undermine mobilization efforts. But Ukraine's ombudsman has acknowledged a surge in complaints. According to official figures, grievances against conscription officers have risen dramatically, from just 18 in 2022 to more than 6,000 last year. He confirmed investigations into cases involving alleged excessive force, including the reported death of a 55-year-old during detention earlier this month. The term bussification, referring to allegations of recruits being forcibly placed into vehicles, was even named Ukraine's Word of the Year in 2024. Meanwhile, casualty and desertion figures remain contested and politically charged, with both Ukraine and Moscow offering sharply different accounts. As the war grinds on, the pressure to replenish Ukraine's forces is intensifying. But these street confrontations reveal another front, one where morale, manpower, and public trust are increasingly under strain.
Kyiv is shivering, not just from winter's brutal grip, but from something far more dangerous. Massive power outages are sweeping across the city as waves of Russian drone and missile strikes hammer the country's energy grid. Moscow says the attacks are retaliation, targeting weapons production and infrastructure after what it calls Ukrainian strikes on Russian civilian sites. But for millions of Ukrainians, the result is the same: darkness and cold. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko now warns the stakes could not be higher. In a stark admission to Financial Times, he says the question of Ukraine's survival as an independent nation is still open, and the crisis is no longer just military, it is political. Klitschko is openly accusing President Volodymyr Zelensky of undermining the city's response. He claims the central government has interfered with municipal authority, appointing military-civilian administrations and blocking coordination efforts. Zelensky, whose presidential term expired in 2024 but who remains in power under martial law, had criticized Kyiv for lagging behind other cities in handling outages. Klitschko calls that claim unfounded and says requests for direct talks were ignored. As Kyiv struggles with blackouts and political fractures, Russia claims fresh momentum on the battlefield. Army Chief Valery Gerasimov says Russian forces seized 12 eastern villages in just 2 weeks of February, despite severe winter conditions.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That has often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out Tera,
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged
to stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.